global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. The women of Rivers State, under the auspices of Rivers Professional Women League, fired a strong message across to Wike over the statement he made against them as a result of the walkout of empowerment program that was organized by the president's wife, Remi Tinubu. Let's look at the full details of what they have to tell Nyesom Wike. And according to the news, Rivers women under the aegis of Rivers Professional Women League, RPWL, have reacted to the insinuations by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, that their actions to walk out on First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu is very disturbing and embarrassing. It's reported that the women on Friday staged a walkout during the Women Initiative Empowerment Program by the wife of the president, rejecting to be addressed by the wife of the sole administrator, Teresa Ibas, who represented the First Lady at the program in Port Harcourt, Rivers State Capital. However, speaking via a statement jointly signed by Nimi Fibarisima Esquire, President Jennifer Bombs Wolubom, Secretary, and Tabari Menete, Director of Publicity, the women explained that they were misinformed that the wife of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Fatima Abbas, was going to address them. They blame Wike for spinning the narrative of what transpired on Friday, adding that the minister was merely trying hard to spin the narrative to suit his purpose. They argued that using the peaceful disposition of the Rivers people to hunt them has become an article in trade in recent times, and it will be unfair and counterproductive to continue on this part of blackmail. In their words, and I quote, "So we are miffed by these constant unnecessary heating up Rivers polity. It is treat to inform the public that Governor Similare Fubara is not by any means involved or directed any of the Rivers women to act on his behalf as to what transpired in Port Harcourt on Friday, May 2nd, 2025. The women are just organic supporters who do not want to be taken for a ride. Much as Governor Similare Fubara is towing the path of peace and embarking on reconciliation process, it does not translate to enslavement and or insulting the sensibility of Rivers people as being manipulated. It is apparent that Rivers women did not and cannot walk out of the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, or disrespect her husband, President Tinubu. Such a narrative is the imaginative spinning of Chief Nyesom Wike to blackmail Rivers people as always. What people fail to understand is that political position is transient, and in no time this phase of history will pass, and all the actors will also fizzle out, some on the good side and some others on the bad side. The truth remains that Rivers women holds the Nigerian First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, in high esteem and couldn't have walked out on her. The disconnect is that women were misinformed that the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, would be represented by the wife of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Hajia Fatima Abbas Tajuddin, on the strength of which they happily mobilized and excitedly prepared to receive her. Unfortunately, as they gathered in expectation, they were shocked to see Mrs. Teresa Ibas, which in itself was improper. It is therefore unfounded and preposterous for Chief Nyesom Wike to suddenly conclude, as always, to say the least, that the Rivers women embarrassed the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, and by extension, Mr. President. Undoubtedly, Rivers women respect and love Mr. President, his leadership, and his wife, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, and support her visionary empowerment program, Renewed Hope Initiative. But the challenge is that often Chief Nyesom Wike tend to be more Catholic than the Pope. He feels he is the only Nigerian that loves and supports the president most, and always believes that the president's bread depends on him. Let it be clear to all that a tree does not make a forest. Let's heed the caution of the time as he said, let's heed the caution of time, as time indeed will certainly tell. That was the position of the women, and I must say this is hitting the nail on the head. No matter how much Wike has promised Mr. President, if we say legitimately elections should that Nigerians should come out and vote, Wike has only one ticket to offer, and I can assure you that these people may not be as more than maybe 5,000, 10,000 people who are standing behind him, but I can assure you that the people of Rivers State are far more than that. My colleague is in the house, and we just want to talk about this. What's your position in respect to what the women have to say? You know, everything that they were doing and Wike was as always, all the indicting what Wike threw at them. They said, well, we know this has been your trait when it comes to, the issue of politics. You always want to paint us black as always. What's the standpoint?
There's something I've noticed fairly recently about Rivers people, particularly Rivers women. As the days keep moving, as events keep unfolding, as the political dynamics and drama keeps unfolding and playing out, the Rivers women are getting more bolder.
Of course.
They are literally things they usually do not do to Yeson Wike. They're becoming bolder. They're beginning to call him out. Before now, they were a bit more subtle, more feminine, more laid back. But right now, it's as if they have taken the political front seat.
Of course.
The one that Fubara cannot, I'm telling you, the one that the Fubara and their men cannot do, they're the one championing. They're the one that staged the workout. I'm very sure if the men have staged that workout, maybe security personnel would have picked them all up.
Exactly.
But this one, they're still the same people that stopped Yeson Wike's visit in Calabari in a burner for the heavy security that came around. The men that tried it, they were giving goose very seriously that day. When they said the job people are not, they're just nice, because they say your song service now, a Sawana is a love song, during that period. But, with all of this drama playing out, it clearly shows that women, Rivers women are getting very bold, and it's just a matter of time. One day they'll look at Wike in the face. This one is just a case of press release. Wike will batter, they will return back. One day, to get to a point where Wike will come, they would tell him to his face. There's a limit to how you would, make people feel intimidated, oppressed. A time comes, they say, what's the worst that will happen? You have already done it.
Yeah.
You have caused us, you have suspended our governor. You have caused a state of emergency that's never happened in any southern states before. You have turned APC to PDAPC in Rivers State. There's no distinction between PDP and APC in Rivers State, because one man oversees the affairs of both APC and PDP in the same state. And after a while, they're like, you have literally done the work, so what's new that you want to do? And when it gets to that level, then he should get ready to receive any form of water from any angle. And that's why you're seeing him strongly holding on to federal might. Apart from federal might, Wike cannot do far in Rivers State. Of
course. Don't forget that just like the women have clearly stated it, that power is transcend. Position, your ministerial appointment, they're all transcend. At a point, this whole phase will pass away. A new set of guys will take over leadership. That's a nice one there. But do you think that Larry Olayinka, who is his media person, is trying to turn Wike to woman rapper? Because ordinarily, I don't think there are certain things you should get involved in to preserve your self-respect. I'm just thinking.
It don't matter, Larry. The truth is, at some point, there's some sensitive issue that will come up. It's wiser you spoke, Yeah. This thing is your guy's wife. And if for any reason Wike or Larry doesn't respond, Olurami will be looking. Let it not be that this guy is playing hanky-panky. He's busy thinking, pretending as if he lost my husband, but he allowed his people to embarrass me.
That's why
So he had to, Larry is doing a fine job of being very, quote-unquote, very nasty, but he should also not forget that, this thing is doing. Everybody will remember him for the roles he played. But then again, it is politics. But we're just looking at his wages, literally.
All right. That's where we'd like to leave it. Let's be in our comment section and talk more on this. Was the standpoint in respect to the response the women from Rivers State have sent across to Yeson Wike.